Hey everybody, it's the Review Revolution, back again with the next in the Mattel Superman Batman Public Enemies series. And I start by saying Mattel because of course DC also did their Public Enemies series, and well, I guess I'm a little disheartened. The DC Public Enemies, it saw a couple of different waves, full waves, and had some really great characters in it. Adam was in it, Lex Luthor was in it, Hawkman was in it. There was even a Superman in his Captain Marvel, disguise. This series is, of course, the Superman Batman Public Enemies Target exclusive series, again by Mattel. And it was kind of the answer to the DC Universe Wave 10 that Walmart was getting. Now, this is an exclusive wave. It was a one-shot deal, to the best of my knowledge. Unless Mattel feels that there's more to be made from it, which considering the way the movie turned out, not bad but not great. I don't think it's very likely. Or if Target decides that it was a great line and they want more of them, which, considering 4 of the 6 characters are still on shelves, it's probably not very likely either. Whether or not the molds will ever be used again, maybe in the wrestling figures that Mattel makes, not too sure. But one thing I can guarantee is that the box is pretty much unique. This is a Public Enemies only box. Mattel likes to put their figures, or likes their packaging in very unusual shapes, very geometric, lots of nice angles, something very aesthetically pleasing to look at. I guess that's so for people who keep their figure mint on card, it really does make a nice, unique display piece, which I can appreciate. As I mentioned before, it's the Public Enemies, based off the DVD released by the same name. Here, Major Force, that's the one we're looking at, the Major Force figure. So this isn't the Major Force soda or the Major Force breakfast cereal, but it's the Major Force figure. I'm not sure how I'd feel about a Major Force breakfast cereal. Inside we see the character. One thing, and I'm trying not to say too much about the packages on any one character, because it's going to be 6 reviews of the same packaging. So, I want to kind of leave things unsaid. But one thing I guess I do want to bring up is that there is Superman in the top corner, and inside we have the display base hidden in there. And on the bottom corner we have Batman, and here you can see the torso to Brimstone kind of poking out. Now, I mention it because Major Force, it's kind of hard to hide that torso just in here. But with the other Collect and Connects, it gets covered up pretty well, so you don't really see what the piece is unless you're actually looking. And again, that makes it kind of nice that you just see just the figure, with the other parts kind of hidden behind it. On the back, we see a picture of the figure. Lex Luthor for president, and the read-up. I'll probably just do this one last time. President Lex Luthor uses the impending threat of a giant kryptonite asteroid hurtling towards Earth to frame Superman and declare a bounty on the heads of the Man of Steel and Batman. Heroes and villains alike launch a relentless pursuit to bring these public enemies to justice. Evading the onslaught, Superman and Batman must unite to stop the asteroid and save the world and uncover Luthor's devious plan. So nothing unique to the character. For those of you who don't know who Major Force is, basically he was Captain Adam. They're both in the military, Captain, Major, and they were both volunteers for the Captain Adam project, where they became living energy contained within a biosuit or a radiation suit. The Captain Adam experiment was thought to be a failure. And they went through and they found the new candidate, Major Force, and found out that in fact it was a success, but their choice of candidates was rather poor. Other figures that are in the wave, we have Batman, Superman, Icicle, Silver Banshee, Black Lightning, and of course Major Force. Together, they'll give us Brimstone. Buy all 6 to build him. That's kind of a look at the figure in the pack. I'll take a moment, we'll get him open, and have some fun. So be right back. Okay, everybody, we've got Major Force out, and I've brought in Superman to kind of help illustrate a quick point. Because this is a exclusive line, or well, you could consider it a whole new original line. The figures, of course, are differently scaled, or in a different scale than they are for the Justice League, or I'm going to say that throughout these reviews, the DC Universe series. And so to kind of do the wave on the cheap, they basically use the same, base body for all male figures. So when you look at Superman and you look at Major Force, you can find that they are really exactly the same. I mean, all the way down. Superman's boots are just painted, they're not even sculpted with a little V shape there, just so that the base body can be used for Major Force. Now certainly Superman does have his the cape and the belt, which you can definitely appreciate. Major Force, if you look very, very closely, you can kind of make out the little square that is used for pretty much the cape figures. But nothing new. Exactly the same base, just different heads and different paint jobs. With that being said, looking at Major Force on his own, definitely, again, like Superman, in the face, a nice attempt at the character from the movie. He's got his nice high and tight haircut. He's got the scowl and the dark eyes. The body, I'm not a big fan of metallics because they do flake and they are kind of, fussy. But in this case, Major Force just looks rather boring. He's got pretty much he's made out of orange. It's like the orange base, and then the top part of his torso is red. And those are the only 2 colors he's in. I mean, they're painted nicely. I mean, they're on there nice, but it's all there is. There's the black and white in the eyes, and it does give you a rather menacing look. But if there was a little bit more shine, if this was a little bit more of a metallic paint job, even though I'm not a big fan of metallics, it could have given him a little more personality. And I really think that Major Force needed a little more personality. He's got his little Major Force logo. And the only issue I find is a little smudge that's right there on the bottom line. Excuse me. In the way of articulation, the head does turn, but there is no up and down whatsoever. His shoulder does come out, twist the bicep, elbow, wrist, crunch, twist the waist, leg comes out again, knee, foot, and thigh. So same design as the DC Universe characters, same base body as the Superman, just a different paint job and head. Again, understandable. I mean, it's meant to be an exclusive line. It had to, reuse parts and try and be as efficient as possible. But, unlike DC Wave 10, that actually had the Man-Bat and Joker and Forager and Beast Boy, Power Girl even, all unique, all new, very original, and I guess it just goes to show that there was certainly more that was being put into the DC universe, the Walmart exclusives, and that this completely original line was not something they were, giving a whole lot of attention to. In the way of the accessories, again, all the DC, Superman and Batman Public Enemies come with their own base. So they all come up with base now with the paint on there from the DVD. And we do get the torso of Brimstone. So those are looking pretty good so far. My opinion, I can understand why it was done. I give him a 5. I mean, he's a fair figure, but he's nothing special. And I guess if we're ever going to get a major force, we can say we got him. Whether or not that's a good thing, I'll let you decide. For now, this is the Review Revolution saying rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.